All right, thank you so much for tuning in to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here, Eric Rodriguez, to talk about the greatest thing in the world, professional wrestling, all the action inside and outside of the squared circle. We talk about rumors, drama, backstage backstage updates. We talk about inactive statuses, injury statuses as well. We talk about contract negotiations, extensions, and new signings. We talk about promotions like WWE, to AEW, to TNA, to Ring of Honor, to the NWA, to the GCW. If it makes major news in the world, of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show 1,010%. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit that follow button so you guys can get notifications when we whenever we go live. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about our wrestling power rankings. I got my top 10 women, guys. I got my top 10 women inside professional wrestling. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into it. Like I said, obviously, in terms of talking some list, and according to anything, there's gonna be a little biases involved, but we're gonna do our best to stay objective. Okay, for the women's, we have Liv Morgan. We have Liv Morgan at number 10. I was talking about before. I'm a believer of Liv, but to a certain extent, not really too high on her just yet. I feel like she does a lot of good work, more or less outside of the ring than she does inside the ring. But she has been getting better. She has not been missing her cues. She's been, it's not really botching any moves as often. There's a couple of times where I'm like, move could be executed a little bit more to perfection, but then again, these entertainers are literally they do shows live on the fly. It's like plays, you know what I mean, like where of course there's gonna be some mishaps, and then if you kind of point it out, you're kind of a jerk. So it's like you can't be too skeptical against Liv Morgan. As the world heavyweight champion, the women's champion, she's done really, really well to kind of put that belt on the map, especially when Rhea Ripley was injured and she had to relinquish her title. Not a lot of times, you would expect the next champion to kind of be, kind of like a steeple in professional wrestling. So for that, I'm definitely giving Liv Morgan her flowers. At number 10, I got Liv Morgan. At number 9, we have the timeless Toni Storm making her return at AEW's Winter is Coming. There was this kayfabe thing about her retiring from professional wrestling, and I didn't buy it. I knew she was going to come back. She needed to come back. AEW was a lot more... I feel like the women's division was a lot more better with Toni Storm involved. Obviously, there's a lot of outside lingering factors, but... she belongs in AEW. She belongs in AEW. She belongs to, she deserves to have a title around her waist. So, at number 9, I got Toni Storm. At number 8, I got Red Velvet, the Ring of Honor Women's Television Champion. Still, kicking ass and taking names. Something I love about her style inside the ring is that she's not afraid to... she's not afraid to kind of go out and beyond. Like, she's kind of reminds me of like a Kaylani Jordan of NXT. But then again, she kind of has the attitude of like, Jada Parker and like the in-your-face thing like Tiffany Stratton. So there's, definitely a lot, a lot of character development. And I feel like that's a huge reason why she's definitely, one of the best things in TNA right now. Well, not TNA, in Ring of Honor right now. But, I'm honestly throwing my flowers to Red Velvet. So yeah, hell yeah. At number 8, I got Red. All right, at number 7, I got Julia. I got Julia, the number 1 contender, winning that NXT Iron Survivor match at Deadline last Saturday. It was big. It was really, really big. It was good for her. She's getting a second chance at Roxanne Perez. Obviously, me putting her on this list, it's not a foregone conclusion that she's going to defeat Roxanne, but like I said, there's a lot of possibilities that she does. She becomes the new face of NXT. Even WWE president Nick Khan said that WWE, the only thing that's changing is they're going to become more international. And then you would have a growing development between, Stephanie Vaquer and Julia. And then, you can have them go at it. And then Zarya comes into the mix. And then, later on down the line, you sign Jordan Grace. And it's, this, it kind of becomes like an international battle. And it's so awesome. It's so cool. It's great for NXT. The women's division, NXT, perfection. Absolutely awesome. So it'd be nice to kind of see Julia kind of step out of the shadow of Roxanne Perez. And this also opens up the opportunity for Roxanne to kind of debut on SmackDown or even on Monday Night Raw. That would be a pretty badass. Raw and SmackDown both moving to 3-hour shows. So there's going to be a lot of time to showcase some talent. We have a women's mid-card belt finally. So it'd be pretty cool to kind of see Julia, become the new NXT Women's Champion. Number 6, we got Masha Slamovich, the TNA Knockouts World Champion. What could I say? But, nothing but impressive. The one, obviously, not stealing, but taking the belt away from Jordynne Grace, the Juggernaut. She's been unstoppable for so long. So damn long. Masha, she used to be in a tag team with Alicia Edwards. Obviously, that didn't really work out. So then Alicia Edwards obviously throwing her to the curb. Bad choice. Turns out Masha Slamovich is a lot better than Alicia Edwards could ever be. So she picks up the victory. Well, she picks up the victory against Jordynne Grace. I feel like she wins tonight at Final Resolution, and she keeps this momentum going. So, At number 6, I got Masha Slamovich. Number 5, we got Mercedes Moné. Man, nothing but good things. Nothing but good things to the EST. Not the EST, sorry. Excuse me. To the CEO. Does it seem like she kind of stole that from Bianca Belair? I'm just kidding. No, don't want to say that. She couldn't be the boss, of AEW. She couldn't take that away from WWE. But it would have been kind of cool if she did. That would have been pretty badass. Double champion. It's Mercedes Moné. It's not like I'm a hater or anything like that. Definitely her superstar, her star power is immense. Obviously, you can't ignore it. The way she ultimately kind of holds herself up in the AEW locker room. She was better as a heel. When she came back, when she signed with AEW at Big Business, when she debuted, she was, I think it was in Boston at TD Garden Arena. She just seemed like this total babyface. Didn't really seem like it was going to work. And now with the women's division kind of growing, but the AEW women division, I gotta be honest, it seems like it's not really. It's kind of fading away. And this has nothing to do with Mercedes Moné, winning the TBS championship right out of the get-go, taking it away from Willow of Nightingale. And then, obviously she defeated Stephanie Vaquer to win that Women's New Japan Professional Wrestling Strong Championship. And she's kind of hold a stronghold on both belts. Is it a possibility that her being a double champion kind of cripples the AEW women's division? Possibly, could definitely be. But, she came here, she signed, she deserved all the money she absolutely got. She is the CEO of professional wrestling. And, I would love to see her in not better spots because obviously she's getting the best bookings. But, I want to see her, I don't want to say be humanized because right now she seems like she's on this pedestal that you can't beat her. Like, you can't even match up to her intensity. You don't even have a shot when you go up against Mercedes Moné. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I would love to see, Mercedes Moné kind of come back down to earth if she either loses the New Japan Professional Wrestling Women's Strong Championship or the TBS Championship. Just kind of bring her down to earth. Let her lose one title. It's okay. It's okay, Tony. It's okay. All right, at number 4, we have Athena, obviously, for good reason. She is one of the longest reigning Ring of Honor, not just in the women's division, Ring of Honor champions. Where her reign right now is, oh my God, you can't take this away from her. You can't recreate it ever again. She's literally going to be in the history books inside the world of professional wrestling and Ring of Honor for forever, which is great. Obviously, she deserves it. She deserves 1,010%. She had all the talent in the world coming from NXT. WWE couldn't do anything with her. Ring of Honor got her. It was a steal, man. It was a steal. But I'm happy to see that she's achieving success. I feel like her title reign is a little bit in jeopardy. Her and, MIT, or what was it, MIB? I'm not too sure. Lexi Nair also, Billy Starks kind of being at odds with Billy. This could definitely be a way for, Ring of Honor to kind of put the title on her. Maybe, kind of new direction. New year, new direction. Maybe, possibly. But, right now, Athena's just, she's absolutely cake. She's killing it. She's killing it. She's absolutely shattering records, and she's she looks good doing it. She's wrestling inside the ring. She puts on great matches, great promos. Nothing really to complain over here about Athena. That's why I have her here at number 4. At number 3, we have Mariah May, the AEW World Champion, recently defeated Mina Shirakawa at AEW's Winter is Coming. And of course, you saw Toni Storm come back into the fray. Does Toni Storm dethrone Mariah May for that championship? Possibly, kind of building up, a nice little, back and forth feud between the two. But Mariah May, not taking anything away from Mariah May, because there's this new persona of her being absolutely ruthless and relentless inside the ring. It's a good look for her. It's a good look. I personally wouldn't have put her against Mina Shirakawa so quick, unless they were planning on bigger things with Mina. But I don't know. Right now, it just seems like Mariah May is trying to hold up this AEW women's division that's it's in trouble. It's in trouble. So you can't really blame Mariah. Obviously, what's going on with Britt Baker? What is going on with Britt Baker, DMD? One moment she's on the border of being suspended. One moment she's having beef with MJF backstage. Then her and Adam Cole break up, and then she gets injured or sick, travel issues, and I don't know. It just seems like it's not really working for Britt. If Britt Baker gets her stuff together, and challenges, because she was supposed to challenge Mariah May for the championship. I think it was a month ago. Obviously, that never really came to fruition. So, if she gets her stuff together, we can have DMD going up against, Mariah the Glamour. That would be pretty cool. That would be a great match. That would be a great match to ultimately either solidify Mariah May's run, or, kind of bring in a new flavor to AEW. I would love to see Toni Storm and Mariah May beat the holy hell out of each other, without a title being involved. So, they can have their, little, feud and stuff like that. But Mariah May, I have here at number 3. At number 2, I got Nia Jax, the WWE Women's Champion. What can I say? More than she's killing it. She's killing it. Her dominant run, with this whole storyline between her and, Tiffany Stratton, with the possible, the Tonga twins, maybe, kind of them creating their own little women's bloodline. It would be pretty damn entertaining, and it would be pretty freaking cool. I wouldn't mind it. Maybe they were the ones to attack Jade. Avi, will we find out who attacks Jade tonight on SmackDown? Like I said, I have not checked a single shred of social media. I have no idea what happened. Are we going to find out on Saturday night's main event or something like that? That'd be pretty damn interesting. Or are we going to have to wait till another WWE PLE? But at number 2, I got Nia Jax. Number 1, I got Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez has been on the list for quite some time. I usually have her around number 3, number 4. But NXT is literally putting Roxanne Perez through some stuff, man. They're bringing in all these amazing international powerhouses like Julia, like Stephanie Vaquer, like Zarya. Literally, she's running the gauntlet right now, and she's doing pretty damn good. So I feel like maybe she doesn't get the respect that she deserves. She's definitely, one of the best inside the world of professional wrestling, and she deserves all the flowers. She deserves all the flowers because she's, taking on this onslaught. She took on Jordynne Grace as well. I don't think any woman in the world of WWE in history has ever kind of went against a slate of dominant international superstars like Roxanne Perez. So, I got to put Roxanne at number 1. I feel like she deserves it. I feel like, she deserves her flowers. She's probably going to make her way onto Monday Night Raw or SmackDown pretty damn soon. And with that star power, with her personality, the way she's great on the mic, the way she comes out and she torments her opponents, and she's absolutely amazing at doing that. And she's great inside her matches. Wouldn't surprise me if she's the next one to challenge Liv Morgan for that WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion. But, it might take a little bit more time. Maybe it's my Roxanne Perez fandom going crazy. All right, guys, so hey, do not go anywhere. We got our 5th and final segment, the last segment of the week before I let you guys go and enjoy your weekend. Now we got the men's. We talked about the women, now we're gonna talk about the men. So hey, we will be back soon.